Mitchell, aka Spin Diesel. And right now, I'm out for lunchtime. As you can see, it's a rainy day. I was hoping to make it to get my 90-minute workout in before the rain. I know it had rained earlier today. I did some work at home, and I figured I'll go out at lunchtime. Well, needless to say, it's starting to drizzle and pick up again, but I'm still going to get the workout in. Listen up. We had a good 2019 season, and I thank you all for following. What we're going to do this year, we're changing it up a little bit. We're going to have more structured workouts. You know, last year I came from focusing on miles to focusing on hours, and this year we're going to improve the quality of the hours by having a more structured workout. So, to bring y'all along, I'm going to do some short workouts, make some short videos for this year, and just give you a little insight on how we're going to train for our new racing season. It's been 10 years since I've raced, and I'm eager to get back into the scene. So right now, I'm just doing a 20-minute warm-up. So I have a video coming up after this. And the video is one of the tests that I've done on this course here in Lake Carolina. And, you know, for me to get ready to race, I had to do all types of tests. Things called functional threshold, maximum aerobic, all different types of tests regarding my heart rate, regarding my power output. So we got those numbers in, and I hope you enjoy this video. It's a 5-minute time trial, and I tell you, I really had to work. So if you like it, as always, subscribe to our YouTube page, which is Sharp Iron Riders, and I look forward to getting out on the road with you one day. All right? Remember, be well, be blessed, and be your best.
Welcome to this edition of Thursday Throwdown. Yes, this was done on January 30th of 2020. On this particular ride, I was doing a maximum aerobic test, which is, for me, was a 5-minute time trial. An all-out effort for 5 minutes. Now, coming around the traffic circle, this is my starting point at that blue sign. And immediately, I just had to give it all I had because I'm getting up towards 546, I think it is, watts that I'm pushing. Now, the VO2 Max. The VO2 Max is a measure of how much oxygen your body uses during an exercise of maximum effort. So, for me, there was no coasting. There was no soft pedaling. There was no stopping. It was just all out constant pedaling at the maximum effort that I can give. Because I want to see where is that measurement, that VO2 measurement. And when you're doing an effort like that, you definitely want to make sure you can find a segment of road where you can give your all out with little interruptions as possible. That's why I like this road. This road here in Lake Carolina, it goes from one traffic circle, and the road stretches just about maybe a mile and a half, about a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the next traffic circle. I go around that traffic circle, then back up, and then down for the third part. Okay, so that will give me my 5 minutes. So this is the first part. I'm headed from the start down to the first traffic circle, and look at the roads. The roads are smooth. The roads are open. It's just me and the wind just going at it. And at some point it seemed like the wind was winning, all right, but I pushed through it. Now I'm coming around the traffic circle, and this is a technique that I often use that I was taught many years ago when I used to race in New York. Pedal through the turn. Don't coast, pedal through the turn. And when you're pedaling, keep your head up, because there's sometimes an obstacle that could be in your way, but you got to see it before you get to it, just like this guy right there. See that? When I was coming through that traffic circle, I had my head up, I had my elbows tucked in, my knees between my elbows, and I was just pushing through. And I saw this guy. He was turning right and looking right, as opposed to looking left and turning right. So what I did was I gave myself room, pushed past him, and I told myself, make it up this 1% climb and put some distance between you and that driver. And that's what I was doing. So sometimes you will have an added incentive to give it all you got to stay out of trouble. So while you're pushing and you're doing that effort, maintain your focus, because there are so many things in life or when you're striving to accomplish something that will try to get you off your game, that will try to get you to lose focus. So if you're testing for something, if you are pushing yourself to accomplish something that you've never done before, you gotta maintain your focus. It has been said that the difference between a light bulb and a laser is the laser is more focused. They're both made of the same elements, but the laser is more focused and it generates more power. So as I was going through this VO2 test, I had to stay focused so that I can generate more power. And as I was generating more power, I was able to get through the temporal pain, the temporal acid buildup. Why? Because the goal was to generate more power and complete the task at hand. When we're going through life, we have to make sure we complete the task at hand, and the way we do that is to stay focused to generate the power. Someone once said that proper planning prevents poor performance. So here I am. I'm finishing the third section of this 5-minute time trial. We went down to the first turnaround, came back up, and that made 2, and then we're going down again. And during this time, it was just, I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. And you know what? You tell yourself, you encourage yourself, and you keep striving to reach your goal. Now, what I do when I'm doing intervals, I don't look at my computer. I don't do anything. I have an interval clock. I set the clock for the interval, and once the beep tells me when to start, I just go all out until I hear the beep or the alarm, and it tells me when I'm stopped, when I should stop. All right, so set those things in order so that way you can accomplish those goals. And when you do, enjoy. I tell you, enjoy the fruits of your labor, because once I finish this race here or this time trial here, it was just a matter of just, as some folks say, patting yourself on the back, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, even an old mule will work a little harder with a pat on the back every now and then. And if you got to pat yourself on the back for a job well done, then do that. But don't stay there. Move on to the next job, because there's more work to be done to really prepare yourself. Now, I will say this. When you have to test yourself on a VO2 Max or any type of workout like this, the body is one part, the mind is the other part. Get your mind right, because your mind will tell you keep going or stop. So you strengthen your mind to what you can do, your body will follow. So that was the 5-minute time trial by VO2 Max. I said it, and here's the bonus segment. Now, after I finished the 5-minute time trial, there was a 30 minutes of recovery ride, cool down. Now, here it is, this road here. Now, I have to make my way back home. This road here is a climb that I take whether I do 10 miles or 100 miles to get back home. Now, there's going to be a set of double signs right there. That's my starting point. Now, look at the power. The power that's being generated is starting to go. All right, it goes down a little bit because we're on a slight downhill. But now watch it. Look how fast it's accelerated because when the road is starting to go up, my RPMs are over 100, my miles per hour is at 28. And now the power being generated is going to go all the way up to what? 746 at a 4% grade. Now, one thing that you will notice if you look at my shadow, there's not a lot of movement. You will rarely see a lot of head movement or shoulder movement, but what you will see moving are my legs. That's where you generate your power. The centralization of your power base is in your hips. When folks ask me, well, how do you climb so good for a big guy? They think I'm grinding out big gears. No, that's why I am spin diesel. I learned how to spin and control the power within a concentrated area from my hips down. And when I do that, look what happened. We're on an 8% grade. Although my cadence may have slowed down, the power is still being generated, and I'm still making it up this climb. You know, this is how you get better. This is how you get faster. You take on the hills and you take on the headwind, and you stop making excuses. All right? Stop complaining and start trading. That's what we say. As a sharp iron rider, this is Spin Diesel telling you, get out there and do your best. I want to thank our sponsors for helping make this season possible. And they are T.S. Mitchell Financial LLC, TANAC Championship Coaching, and University of Personal Fitness. Hit us up on Facebook or hit us up on YouTube